my channel. I'm Scola. Today we are going to be doing a 20-minute full body yoga flow. This is going to warm up and work your entire body, so it's going to leave you feeling nice and relaxed at the end. Let's go ahead and get started seated. And take the flesh out from underneath us, sitting up nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back and down. You can place your palms on your knees, and then close your eyes or gently soften your gaze, and take a deep inhale into the belly, and exhale, audible sigh out. We'll just check in for a moment, notice where you're at in your body. What are the state of your thoughts, the quality of your breath, and your heart. And after we take that mental note, we'll go ahead and on our next inhale, float the arms up overhead, keeping the shoulders down the back, reaching up through the elbows and the fingertips, stretching nice and long. Exhale, place your left hand to the mat, reaching over with the right. Plug your right hip down into the earth and allow space between the neck and the shoulder, breathing into the side body. And then exhale up to center, or inhale up to center. Exhale over to the other side, plugging down through that opposite hip. Breathe into the left lung, left rib cage. And on your next inhale, floating back up. Go ahead and clasp your fingers and rotate your palms up towards the ceiling. Give them a nice big stretch, pressing them up, up, up. And then exhale, release as you twist to the left, placing your left hand behind your back. You can reach for your opposite knee, taking your gaze over your left shoulder, breathing length into your spine, let your right hip move forward, left hip moves back. Inhaling up to center, clasping those fingers again, palms facing up as we stretch. Exhale over to the opposite direction, finding length, allowing your hips to move with your spine, allows more freedom and mobility. All the way up through the scalp. Inhaling, grabbing your fingers, reaching the palms up towards the ceiling once more. Take a nice gentle back bend here, and then exhale, curl and tuck your tailbone as you reach forward to grab your knees, exhaling out. Inhaling just to center here and pausing to notice how these few simple breaths and movements made your body, mind, and breath feel. Nice, we'll go ahead and come onto our hands and our knees. You can take the fingers, spread them nice and wide, stretching the hips apart, breathing into the sacrum. We'll exhale, gently lean over the wrists. Inhale, tucking your toes, reaching back and up, grabbing the opposite elbow, pulling your shoulder towards the scalp. Inhale, reaching back forward. Exhale, leaning over the fingers. Inhale, tucking the toes, sitting back and up, grabbing the opposite elbow, pulling it to your right shoulder. Inhale, placing the hands down. This time we'll rotate the fingers in towards our knees, and then pointing the toes, sitting back gently. Exhale, rock forward, placing the hands out towards the sides. You can rock side to side, or make little circles, and then opposite direction. Nice, and then make little fists, and then place the tops of your hands onto the mat, gently sitting back. Nice, coming back to fists, place your hands right underneath your shoulder, engage your fingers, knees coming back underneath the hips. We'll do some gentle cat-cows here. If it's too much on your wrist, you can always come to your forearms. Moving with your breath, initiating tailbone, then rolling up the spine. Exhaling, curl, pulling that low belly to the back of your back. Inhaling and exhale. Nice. Keep holding that exhale out as we press back into our child's pose, releasing the forearms down. And then we'll inhale, staying more on the forearms, pulling through, coming to a cobra, getting up and back. Exhale, pull your hips up towards the spine and reaching all the way back, coming into child's pose. Inhale, gently pull through, cobra. Exhale, lifting your hips, pressing back, child's pose. I'm just taking a moment here, stretching the arms out nice and long. And then exhale, coming back up to tabletop. We'll inhale, stretch our left leg long behind us. Exhale, curl knee to nose. And then step that left foot forward. And then inhale, take your hips back, but keeping your hips in line with your legs. Exhale to low lunge. Inhale, runner's lunge. And just moving like this, a couple of rounds. Keeping the spine nice and long, back flat. And then resting into our runner lunge here, you can rotate the feet side to side or point and flex. Feel what is good for you here, stretching the flesh of the heel, really lengthening out through the scalp. Nice, and then exhale, coming to our low lunge, sitting up nice and tall. Push into that front foot as you move your left hip back, right hip forward, allowing the hips to settle between the legs. Then we'll go ahead and plant the hands. Step that left foot straight back behind you, tucking the toes. You can come to your forearms and just stretch a little bit back and forth into that calf, lifting your knee up towards the ceiling. Awesome. And then that knee comes back underneath our hip, hands come back underneath the shoulders. And then just one gentle cat-cow here. Coming to a nice strong tabletop, feeling space in the sacrum. Inhale, take your left leg back behind you. Exhale, curl knee to nose. Exhale, step that right foot forward. And inhale, shift your hips back. Exhale to low lunge. Inhale, runner. So again, we're just shifting back and forth here. Trying to work out some of the fascia that covers our whole body and can get knotted up, almost like cartilage, unless we move it around. And then resting in our runner's lunge here, really lengthen out through the whole spine. Breathe. You can point and flex that front foot or rock side to side. Just do whatever your body is calling for. Nice, and on your next exhale, coming back to our low lunge, really lengthening out through the spine. Feel that pressure into your right foot, and as you feel that pressure, feel your right hip move back, left hip move forward, hips settling closer towards the earth. Breathing. Nice, and we'll go ahead and plant our hands, taking our right leg straight back behind us. You can come to your forearms and just push back and forth through that right heel. Breathing space into the back of the leg. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and come back to our tabletop, walking our hands a little bit further out in front of us. Go ahead and tuck your toes, and keeping your knees with a deep bend, take your hips back and up as you stretch your glutes away towards that back corner of the ceiling. Then start to open your legs, gripping in the fingertips. Nice strong hands here, reaching the scalp towards the mat. And bend your knees slightly, and then lift the tailbone back and up, and pull the hips away from the hands. Nice. And then on your next inhale, we'll bend the knees and then walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows here. Still pressing into our feet and engaging our glutes as though we're about to stand up, but allowing our spine to melt that much more, keeping the low back protected. On your next inhale, really press And lift through the spine, halfway lift, lengthening out, heart reaches out through the collarbones. Strong in the legs and in the glutes, breathing here. And then deep bend in the knees, inhale to chair pose, sinking the hips back. Breathing strong here. And then inhale all the way up, clasping your fingers, stretching the palms up, gentle back bend here. Exhale, mountain. And just pausing to notice, still engaging, pressing down into the feet, bringing the pelvis underneath the torso, engaging the legs, the glutes, shoulders up, back and down, scalp reaching up towards the ceiling, and then finding the ease over that engagement. Notice the state of your breath, the temperature of your body, quality of your thoughts. Nice, and then on your next inhale, we're gonna bring the arms up, grab your left fingers with your right hand. Inhale to kick your left leg straight out in front of you or bring your knee up if that's not accessible. And then exhale, swing your leg back behind you and to the right as you stretch out to the side, dropping that left hip, stretching through the wrist as well. Breathing here. And on your next exhale, stepping forward. Inhale nice and tall, grabbing the opposite hands this time. Exhale, kicking your right leg up, your knee or leg. And then exhale, swing it back behind you and out to the left. Dropping that knee, stretching from hip to wrist. Breathing long and deep. And then exhale to come back to center, clasping the fingers once more. Palms facing up, gentle back bend. Exhale, engaging the glutes and the legs, swan dive forward with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen long. Exhale, plant your hands and step or hop or float into a high plank, engaging up between the shoulder blades. You can start with a modified plank by going knees and chest and chin, or full chaturanga, whatever is in your wheelhouse. Inhale, lifting cobra or up dog. Exhale, pressing up through the belly first. Deep bend in the knees as you send your hips back, keeping the engagement in your palms, gripping in the fingertips. Allow your head to rest towards the earth. You can paddle out your feet here, taking what you need. Then when you're ready, we'll inhale, lift the left leg nice and long. Exhale, curl knee to nose. Inhale, backing up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Breathing here. And then exhale, step it down. Spin your right heel to the earth. Inhale, floating up, warrior two. So pressing through the outer edge of our back foot. Gently pulling, isometrically pulling our feet together. Bringing your ribs out to the side. Pulling up and in through the pelvic floor, reaching the scalp up. Gently float the arms up, keeping a micro bend in the elbows, and turn your gaze out over your fingertips. A little bit deeper bend in that front knee, breathing nice and strong. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, and then exhale, side angle. You can rest your forearm on your knee if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Float that left arm out, breathing nice and strong. And then inhale, floating back. Exhale, go ahead and straighten that front leg. Send your hips back behind you and reach your hands out as far out as you can, lowering that left hand to the earth, reaching the right arm up. Breathing nice and strong here, lengthening from hip to scalp. And then exhale, windmill that right hand down, coming into a lunge. Feeling nice and strong here, breathing, engaging the legs, spiraling the hips square. And then exhale, plant your right hand, inhale, lift the left hand up. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the scalp. And then exhale, lower your right knee down, spinning that right heel out to the side. Start to float your left leg straight back. And then we're going to do some kicks here. So you can either start by exhaling, bringing your knee into your chest, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, taking that leg straight. Inhale, back, open. Exhale, bring forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, kick and hold. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Inhale it back. And then drop your left hand back behind you as you reach for your ankle. Press your ankle into your hand, opening the heart. Breathe. If it's ever too much, your breath gets shallow, just back off a little bit. And then inhale, release. You can lower the hand and the foot to the earth, big rainbow stretch. Exhale, placing your hands back to the mat. Coming into a plank, you can take a full chaturanga or modified if that's still where you're at. Inhale, pulling through upward dog, pressing to the tops of the feet. Exhale, pull the low belly up and back as you stretch back to downward dog. Breathing here. Take what you need. This is typically meant to be an active resting pose. It might take some time before it feels that way. On your next inhale, go ahead and float the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting forward, inhale back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, hold and breathe, puffing up between the shoulder blades, nice and strong. Exhale, set that right foot down, spin your left heel to the earth, inhale, float up, warrior two. So pressing through the back edge of our foot, pulling the feet in towards one another, rotate the torso out to the side, pulling up and in, lengthening through the whole spine, float the arms up, extending out through the elbows and the fingertips, bend into that front knee a little bit more as you gaze over your middle finger. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, keeping the bend in the knee. Exhale, side angle, bringing your forearm to your thigh or floating that right arm out. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, keep the bend in the front knee. Breathing. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten that front leg and reach your arm out as far as it'll go. And when you're ready, drop that hand down. Trying to keep length in both sides of our waist. So instead of crunching, we're lengthening out through the right side of the body. Nice. And then exhale, reverse windmill, that left hand to the earth, coming into high lunge. Breathing strong here. Lower your left hand all the way and reach that right arm up, pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, engaging in through the feet and the legs, lengthening the neck away from the shoulders. Breathe. Exhale, lower that left knee down, spinning it to the outside of your mat. And inhale, float that right leg long. Inhale here. And then whether you want to do bent knee or straight leg, exhale, bring that leg forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, kick. Inhale, open. Last time, exhale and hold. 3, breathe 2, and 1. Inhale, taking all the way back, bend your knee, allow your heart to open more. If you can, reach your ankle, go ahead and clasp on, pressing your foot into your hand, stretching the quad, breathing here, opening through the collarbones. And then nice and slow, inhale, release, setting the right foot to the earth and right hand reaches towards the ground as well, big rainbow stretch. Exhale, coming back to high plank, breathing here. And then exhale, chaturanga through. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, roll back on those toes, pulling the hips back and up. Downward dog, pedal off your feet. take a few deep breaths here. Nice. Then we'll go ahead and inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, set your left knee behind your left wrist. Walking the right foot back a little bit, go ahead and take a look. Make sure your foot is pointed straight. And then press into your front shin and pointing the top of your foot and pull in through that back leg, so much so that you can lift your hands onto the earth. Breathing here. And then exhale, go ahead and plant your left hand down in front of your knee. Bend your back leg and reach for your foot. If you can hold on to it, great. Give a gentle press, pulling the heart back towards the front of the mat. Breathing. Try to bring your right hip towards the front of the mat. And then exhale, release, go ahead and lower down onto your forearms. We're keeping that engagement though in the hips and in the legs and softening over that strength. It's been like 20 minutes. I gotta get better at this. Try to pack too much in.
You need to just check like halfway through.
Okay, I feel like I do, and then I'm like, oh, I got time. And we'll inhale, come up. Taking that foot back. Coming into downward dog. Lift the right leg. Exhale, step your right knee behind your right wrist. Walking that left knee back a little bit. Foot points straight back behind you. And then pull your left hip forward so your hips stay square. And then pressing into the top of your foot and your shin, lifting up, spiraling the hips forward, breathing. Exhale, place your right hand down in front of you, reach back for that left foot. If you can, grab it, press your foot into your hand, reaching your heart back towards the front of the mat. And then exhale, release, coming down to the forearms, but keeping that spiraling action in our hips to stay protected in the joints. You can always rest your head onto your hands, rest onto blocks or bolster, blanket. So we'll go ahead and exhale, sit to our right side. Bring our left leg forward, both legs together, pulling the flesh out from underneath. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale with a flat back, hinging forward. Keeping a nice micro bend in the knees here, or as bent as you need to keep the back flat. And then exhale, point through the toes, reaching your heart forward and down. Allow your spine to melt over your legs. And then on your next inhale, flex your feet, engage your glutes as you look up and sit up. And then go ahead and slide your hips down towards your heels and lay back. Savasana. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath the spine, lengthening the neck long. Allow everything to settle down. Release the face muscles, the head, jaw. Let the back of the neck and the shoulders melt down. Arms and hands getting heavy, melting into the earth. Feel space around your heart, front, back, and sides of the heart. Let go of your belly and your organs. Soften the low back. Release the hips, the pelvis, the glutes. And feel a nice natural flow moving from the groins down the legs, out through the feet, feet melting into the earth. breathe into your whole body as though we're one orb of sensation and light. Exhaling to completely melt and release every piece. When you're ready, start to breathe into the toes and into the fingers, the wrists, the ankles, the knees and the elbows, and you can take the arms overhead for full body stretch, pointing through the tops of the feet, flexing through the heels. When you're ready, you can roll to one side, resting your head on your arm, coming into a fetal position. And offer your body some love and gratitude. Thank you, body. Love you, body. When you're ready, extend your top leg, pressing into your palm. Slowly sit up, keeping the eyes closed or soft gaze. Coming to a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands to your heart. Lifting your heart up to the sky, and exhale to bow your mind into your heart space. The love and light in me recognizes and honors the love and light in you, and everyone and everything. Namaste. Thank you for following along. I know that wasn't 20 minutes. It was like 25 or 30. Let me know if you guys have any requests or questions or comments. Have a great day.